CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales? CHAP tales. And here is another CHAP tale for you people. Alright, try not to get anyone into trouble while saying this old CHAP tale, but yeah, this one's about some pals of mine are in a band called The Rifles, doing all right for themselves. And some other pals of mine was in a band called FC20 that sadly came to an end. But this is about the day that The Rifles played the Roundhouse in Camden and FC20 supported them. And I had a ticket, I'd bought a ticket, so if any of the Rifles boys listen to this and think you cheapskate, I bought a ticket, all right? I met up with my pal Cookie just in Camden, one of the pubs or something, probably the Mix or the Enterprise. And then we, it was probably the Enterprise actually, cause closer to the Roundhouse, like, and then I don't know how, but we just outside the Roundhouse to the left, there's like behind a big gate, there's some stairs that go up to the backstage areas like of the Roundhouse, and this gate was locked sadly, but we was talking to the FC20 boys through the gate, like just chatting to them, telling them that we was coming to the gig and that. And they started saying, well, come in now, have a drink with us, come in now. We was like, yeah, but how are we going to get in? Like, the gig don't start for 2 hours or whatever. Like, the venue ain't going to let us in, are they? So they decided that they would pass us through their backstage passes, but they only had one pass. Well, they had more, but I mean, the person who was, we won't say any names, but the person who was giving us the backstage pass, he only had his one. So basically, which meant that there was me and Cookie and we'd have to take it in turns. So Cook went first and I stayed by the gate chatting to the others. So he's left us, and then within 15 minutes, he's in there with them, you know what I mean? He's come down the stairs and handed me this backstage pass through the gate. I was a bit, didn't really want to do it on my own, but no, because of the old minces and that, like back then they was like not bad as like they are today, but I mean they were still enough to not want me to try and do things in the dark and that. And well, anyway, so they give me this pass and they're like, go on Chapman, go on, go in the front, and then when you get upstairs, like just come out into like the main where all the people stand to watch the bands and that, and then to the right of the stage, like there's a way through to us where we are now. So I was like, all right, sweet. So I've stuck the badge on the front of my shirt, like, and I've walked up to the door, and some fella's like, oh, what you here for, mate? I was like, I'm with FC20. I'm just doing some bits and pieces for them, all right? He's like, all right, mate, go on. So I've walked in and thought, sweet. So I've walked up the stairs, like, and then I've gone into some doors, right? And then this is where it gets funny. I've walked in these doors and like they shut behind me, but then you're in like a passage between two doors, if you know what I mean. Like, so there's a set of doors that I've gone through and they've shut behind me, and then somewhere in front of me is another set of doors that gets me into the venue. Can I find the door? Because it's pitch black, like, because when the other door shut, there weren't no light coming in or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I'm feeling around the walls, everything. I was like, oh my God. And so I was like, I just couldn't find this door, and I was like an idiot. Like, I weren't going to go back out the door I came in, because if I did that, then, do you know what I mean? The people would see me and think, what's he doing in there? So I got my phone out and I phoned Cookie, and I'm like, Cook, I'm in, but I'm stuck in the bit between the two sets of doors. Like, is there any chance you can sort of come and open it for me? He's like, yeah, sweet. Wait there. So I'm standing there in this like passage bit between the two doors, praying that someone who works there or whatever don't come in there and just see me standing in the dark like a nutter. Thankfully, no one did. But then sort of 10 minutes later, the door that I was looking for opened and I was like, oh, Cook. And he's like, what are you doing, you know? I was like, oh, my eyes. But obviously back then people weren't 100% knowing about my eyes or whatever. And he's just like, oh, whatever, come on. So we went through like, and we went to the right of the stage, went through into the backstage area and that, and like none of the rifles were there. They'd done their sound check and that, and obviously because it's Camden and that, they've gone home or whatever. Well, saying that, Luke's gone home, Dean's probably in the pub, and I don't know where Joel, Rob and Grant was. So we're backstage with FC20 and they're a bunch of nutters anyway, you know what I mean? Like, and so we're all like, and then everyone's like, oh, we need a drink, man. Like they was like, the bars are not open till the venue opens, you know what I mean? So I was like, there's no way you're sending me back out to get drink because I'm just like a nutter, blind as a bat, stuck in a passage. And then one of them said, we saw a big black bin full of ice and beers and wine being put in the old Rifles changing room. And I was like, all right. So anyway, I'm not mentioning no names, but someone managed to get into this this changing room, whatever you want to call it, like the backstage room of the Rifles, and stole quite a lot of the contents of this black bin full of alcohol. So everyone was drinking the beers, like, and I think a few bottles of wine got confiscated as well. But yeah. So we was with FC20. They're just a load of nutcases and that, and then like we went when they done their set first, like we went out, watched them, and went backstage, and then come out for the Rifles. And I'll tell you what, I've seen the Rifles quite a lot of times now, and it was absolutely the best I've ever seen them play. It was when they released Great Escape, and they came onto like a air raid siren, and then like broke into like, I don't know, full one of the tunes off of Great Escape. But I'll tell you what, it's the best time I've ever seen them play, you know what I mean? It was absolutely brilliant. I suppose like the situation helped, but they was brilliant. Absolutely. I take my hat off to them. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, that was just a bit of a little funny story that happened with the old Rifles gig in Camden at the Roundhouse with the old FC20 boys. And all I know is that bottles of red wine found their way into the crowd as well. And everyone was getting out their nut. Yeah, we won't say any more about that, but it was a night to remember. All right, sweet. Hope you enjoyed that one. Nice one.
CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales?